Hi, I'm Kachang Kevin and welcome to this week's episode of the HERALD Snapshot. I've got the latest issue of the Herald with me right here, which you can get from your parish this weekend. So I'll go through some of the stories just to give an idea what's in this week's issue. Starting off with the front page, we have Pope Francis's message for the 33rd World Day of the Sick. In his message, the Holy Father addresses the deep and difficult questions faced by those who suffer and those who care for them. Typically, a solemn celebration of the World Day of the Sick takes place every 3 years at a Marian shrine. However, in light of the Jubilee year, Pope Francis has decided to delay the solemn celebration that would have taken place this year. Instead, the commemoration will take place in 2026, that's next year, at the Marian Sanctuary of the Virgin of Chapi in Arequipa, Peru. On page 4, we have a report on the plenary meeting of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Malaysia, Singapore and Brunei, also known as CBCMSB, at MAJODI Centre in Johor recently. Among the highlights of the meeting were reflections on the past year, CBCMSB leaders' participation in major church events, and discussing about ongoing and future initiatives aimed at strengthening the Church's mission in the region. You can read all about it on page 4, yeah? On the next page, we have first priestly ordination in 2025 for the Archdiocese of Kuala Lumpur. I'm sure you know who that is. Yes, it was the priestly ordination of Father Jonathan Andrew Rao at the St Francis of Assisi Church in Cheras, Kuala Lumpur. This marks the first ordination in SFA in 28 years since the ordination of Father Andrew Manikam OFM CAP. A couple of days earlier, Christian leaders in Kuala Lumpur observed the Week of Prayer for Christian Unity that was hosted for the first time by the Orthodox Syrian Cathedral of St Mary the Theotokos in Brickfields, Kuala Lumpur. This year's event marked the 1700th anniversary of the Nicene Creed of the First Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, where the Nicene Creed was formulated. We were there to speak to some of the priests from Kuala Lumpur and from the Very Reverend Philip Thomas Co-Episcopa.
Within our Malaysian context, we are blessed by diversity in every aspect, because I'm also involved in interfaith activities as well. So I think we must capitalize on this diversity, and there is a thread that is quite different from maybe other countries or other regions of the world, whereby we can unite ourselves.
I think today is historical for the Christians in Kuala Lumpur. We have come together. Firstly, I believe the KL Central Churches have organized this, and CFM have also come on board. So we don't just celebrate this Week of Christian Unity this year, but the 1700th anniversary of the Council of Nicaea. And I hope this will be the beginning of more collaboration among ourselves as Christians, that we will actually bring forth the prayer of Jesus, that we will all be one soon.
You can read more about the Week of Prayer for Christian Unity on page 6 of the Herald. In our Vocation Spotlight, we speak to Monsignor Daniel Lim, who celebrated his 60th sacerdotal ordination on February 2nd. He talks about the origins of his vocation and memories of his priesthood, including being a witness to Vatican II. So you can read all about it. This is on page 12 of the Herald. Interestingly, Pope Francis's prayer intention for the month of February is for vocations to the priesthood and religious life. If you didn't know, Father Fabian Dickham writes for us every month in the Herald, and he focuses on the Pope's prayer intention. So since it's a brand new month, be sure to read Father Fabian's reflection on the Pope's prayer intention for this month of February. So many interesting stories in this week's issue, but unfortunately I won't be able to go through all of them. But here's a snapshot of some of the headlines in this week's Herald. Okay, so that's a wrap for this week's Herald Snapshot for this weekend. So many interesting stories in this week's issue. Make sure you get your copy at your parish this weekend. Thanks for watching, and we welcome your thoughts on any of the stories. Just write them down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. On your way out, please do give us a like and also subscribe to our channel for more snapshots and also interesting stories of church events and happenings in Malaysia and also around the world. I'm Kacang Kevin. Have a blessed weekend.